He says, you got your cousin Vincenz. He says, you think you're the only one that's smart? He says, he went to college. He says, he was on the fencing team. He was fencing the TVs, radios, watches. This guy was fencing it and get his hands on it. But I'm going to tell you an Italian story. And I'm Italian, I can tell this story. There's 3 bears. Or no, 3 pigs, right, Bill? Yeah. That's from the story you told me before, the 3 bears. I asked Bill, I says, how do you know when the pig's in heat? He says, that she buys the first 3 drinks. Explain that to each other. Now I'm getting letters already. There's already the guys, a courier. They run from here to the paper with the letters. If you tell a joke here in Barber that doesn't involve livestock, they don't laugh at it. Forget about it. But anyhow, 3 little pigs. They're friends for like 15 years. They go to school together. They're always together. Now it's 20 years. And they said, when we graduate from school, we're going to stay together. Forever we're going to be friends. We're going to build houses near each other. So as it ends up, they do build houses near each other. But the first little pig, he's a straw pig. He has a straw business. He sells straw baskets, so he builds a straw house. The second pig is a cabinet maker, so he builds a wood house. The third pig is in construction, so he builds a brick house. So one day, the straw pig is like, my man here, he's sitting in his den, watching Jerry Springer, of course, and reading the Enquirer. And there's a knock at the door. He says, who's there? He says, it's a wolf. He says, what do you want? He says, let me in. He says, I'm going to eat you. I'm going to have pork chops for breakfast. He says, never. He says, I'll blow this house down. He says, do your best. The wolf starts to blow, and the straw's flying all over the place. He panics, runs out the back door to the wood pig's house down the next block. He runs in, the wood pig says, what happened? He says, you thought you saw a ghost. He says, no, the wolf is in the area. He's after me. Just then there's a knock at the door. He says, who's there? He says, it's the wolf. He says, what do you want? He says, I know the other nitwit's in there with you. He says, open the door. I'm going to have both of you. I'm going to have a pork roast and pork chops for breakfast. He says, never. He says, I'll blow this house. He says, you'll never blow this heavy wooden house over. So the wolf starts to blow. The Anderson windows go in. Forget about it. The flower boxes are flying. They panic. They run out the back door, down the block to the brick pig's house. They both run. He says, what are you two guys doing? It's only 11 o'clock. He says, forget about it. He says, the wolf is in the area. He wants to eat us. Just then there's a knock at the door. He says, who's there? He says, it's a wolf. He says, I know those 2 idiots are in there with you. He says, let me in. He says, I'm going to have spare ribs of pork roast and pork chops for breakfast. I'll blow this house down. The brick pig says, you'll never blow the house down. So now the wolf starts blowing. The slate starts going off the roof. The house starts, they're hugging each other. The brick pig says, I got to go in the other room. I got to make a phone call. He runs in the other room. He comes back. And they're holding on. Now the mortar's starting to come between the bricks. Just then a long black limousine picks up in front of his house. 4 enormous pigs get out. 400 pounds these pigs weigh. Black silk suits, white and black patent leather shoes, black fedora hats, white silk tie, red silk handkerchief, little pinky rings. They go over it. One man grabs the wolf. They're 3 times the size of the wolf. He says, hey, what are you going to do? He says, I'm just having fun. I'm playing a trick. He says, Vinny, come over here. Show him a trick. Vinny comes over, kicks the wolf. He smacks him, breaks his arm. But, oh, he's down. He's groaning in pain. He says, Guido, finish him off. Guido comes over, puts on the silencer on the 22. Ping! That's the end of the wolf. He says, Tony, throw him in a trunk. They throw him in the trunk of the limousine and they leave. Now the 3 pigs are in the house. The straw pig is so happy. He says to the brick pig, he says, I can't believe it. They saved our life. Who were those guys? He says, those are my cousins from Brooklyn, the guinea pigs.
That's It's okay for Norden.
This woman's saying, where's Brooklyn? What's up, Bill? Oh, okay. Now we're gonna try something different. Where's Mike at? Is Mike back there? We're gonna do that #1 song on the first track. We have a country band in the trailer, but we can't bring them out here because Bill would have to pay them. So let me have that first track on the multiple disc. Good.
No. Did he call you?
Did you pay the sound man, Bill?
He said,
What happened? Oh, here we go. Because I used to so big with the country and western band when I was a kid, and I know this music.
So I didn't press it. You know.
Yeah,
What are you gonna do?
Now we gonna do.
I can't stop loving you. I made up my mind to live in those memories all the lonesome time. I can't stop wanting you.
Yeah, they could have played this.
I'm sure they could have. Yeah.
Well, it's useless to say, so I'll just live my life in dreams of yesterday.
There's people here a lot.
Oh, those happy, happy hours that we once knew.
How do you pause this thing?
First time.
Though a long time ago, they keep making me blue.
Oh yeah, maybe.
My little darling, they say the time